Hello, everyone. So the keen eyed among you will have noticed I'm on another distro again. This time it's Fedora 42, which I've used before, but there is an actual purpose to this switch. So just to be clear, this is a fresh installation of Fedora 42 on my AMD-powered laptop. Nothing has been installed other than OBS Studio, and I'm going to install DaVinci. And I did run all system updates prior to this. I've been trying on and off, not frequently, but a little bit, to use DaVinci Resolve on Linux, which seems to be a problem for a lot of people. And one of the things I found here recently after listening to a show on YouTube was a new helper to get DaVinci installed. Now, unfortunately, Blackmagic Design, who make DaVinci, don't supply it as a flat pack, which would be just so helpful. I don't know why they do that or don't do that, but anyway, when you download DaVinci Resolve from there, which is there's a free version and a paid version. The free version is really very good. Has a lot of stuff, and it's a very competent, sort of semi-professional or professional, I suppose, piece of software. I typically use Kdenlive, which is fine for my needs, but I just like having the flexibility of using something else. I do have DaVinci on my Mac, my MacBook Air, and it works great on there. I'd like to have it work on Linux too. So, downloaded Fedora, which is one of the supported distros for something called DaVinci Helper. So let me read the blurb on the GitHub page here. DaVinci Helper is a companion app that simplifies the installation and use of Blackmagic DaVinci Resolve, both free and studio versions, on Linux. The app is written in Python and features a modern GTK4 plus Adwaita interface. So really the only stuff that it officially supports is Fedora Linux and any spins and derivatives. So basically Fedora 42, 41, 40, Nobara 41, Nobara 40, Ultramarine Linux 40, 41, and 42 are the officially supported operating systems for this particular DaVinci helper. I had tried to install DaVinci with a different helper on Cache OS, and it didn't work. It installed, but it wouldn't run. And I futzed around with it for a while, but it kind of lost interest after a while, as is my want. So anyway, what you need is to download the zip file from Blackmagic Design. Don't unzip it, which is what was my mistake when I first tried it. I unzipped it into the various parts and then tried to run the helper on it. The helper is installed through a couple of commands. You have to enable the COPR repository, and then just install the app. And it shows up as an app in Fedora. So you basically run the app, go through the steps, which I'm going to do here, and you can see. Steps are install missing dependencies, and you do these in order. Launch DaVinci Resolve installer, which it does, and you just go through the normal DaVinci Resolve installer. Apply postfix installation fix. Check and install GPU drivers, and the only one I didn't do yet is the DaVinci video converter. I'm not sure what that is. I have to read up on it. If I need it, I will use it. But apparently, it does work. It's working on my AMD laptop. And DaVinci Resolve, when it first comes up, at least in my case, the fonts were teeny tiny. The whole thing was a very high resolution. So what I did was go in and in the preferences in DaVinci Resolve, you can set the scaling, and I actually set it to 200%. While DaVinci Resolve does work under Fedora Linux on my AMD laptop with a bit of hand-holding, there are a few caveats that would probably make people think twice about using it as their primary video editor, at least in the current state of things. After it was installed and working, a subsequent update to Fedora apparently broke the install, and it would start to launch but then fail with no error message. Running the app from a command line showed the problem here. That was resolved by running the DaVinci Helper app again and running the Install Missing Dependencies option. Another thing is with DaVinci Resolve itself, particularly as I primarily use OBS Studio for screen recording and webcam use. So if you see here, you'll notice the free version of DaVinci Resolve on Linux can't import or export H.264 or H.265 video codecs or AAC audio, regardless of whether they're in an MKV, MP4, or MOV containers. So that's kind of an issue. And the workaround is you can convert the stuff to be in a different container format, which I did for the purposes of actually doing this video on DaVinci Resolve, but, it's not ideal. So, using DaVinci Resolve on Linux at the moment is a bit of a faff, as people from the UK like to say. It's not ideal, which is a shame. So, while I was able to complete the video using Resolve, as I said, there was some mucking about involved. And for daily use, Kdenlive is more than adequate for the things I do. That's it. Hope to help somebody. Cheers. So that's another video in the can. If you found this informative or interesting, please consider liking and subscribing down below. And remember, be excellent to each other.